Guys, Coach Anthony Randolph here, and I want to talk with you today about how to coach when your team is not winning. Maybe you've been in a situation before where you're coaching a team and you just cannot seem to win. Can't find a way to win. You feel like you're trying to do your best as a coach. You're giving your best. You're showing up. You're like, what am I not doing? How can I help these guys or girls win? I don't know what to do. So I'm going to show you the journey that I took about 2 years ago where I got the opportunity to take over a team that hadn't won a league game, ECNL, RL, and probably 2 seasons. So that's probably like 30 games a season they hadn't won. Um, yeah, about 30 games a season. And I hope this gives you a little bit of hope to continue to keep doing what you're doing as long as you're seeing the small victories. Don't worry about the big victory that happens on the scoreboard. Start with the small victories so that you can get yourself to the big victory. Okay, let's watch this video. I'm going to show you some of the how it started for me. So here we're going to either be the team in white, in this white uniform, or we're going to be the team in red. Okay, so this is our first game. We were in a tournament, and you're going to see a lot of mistakes, and I'm going to point them out to you as it goes through.
We started as a team. First playing against Oklahoma City in the second game against Beat the Heat. And as you can see, we had no real team identity. We had a bunch of people running around, trying to win the ball, losing the ball, giving away the ball as soon as we win it. And we ended up losing this team 3-0. A team that we recently played and tied 2-2 and could have easily beaten.
Okay, so you saw from that first little clip, I'm going to let it play, and I'm just going to try to I'm going to let it play, and you're going to see how the team started. When you're taking over a team that hasn't won a lot or experienced a lot of winning, but you're usually consistently going to see, it's like, watch this player right here. He's a left-sided fullback. The ball got played over his head, okay? And look at his recovery. This tells you a lot about this team. This was in the first 15 minutes. Look how long it takes for them to get the ball out of the goal. So, and look how long it takes for the players to even want to get up off the floor after we're not even the first 15, we're like the first 15 minutes. And I'm like, what in the world? What did I inherit? What did I get the opportunity to coach? Like, so here's another opportunity. We're playing against a good team, Solar, good club. And yeah, 1, 2 passes and they were on to our goal. Because we were trying to transition and look how easy that was. We're trying to transition a team that went from losing all the time to getting them to think that they can win. And if you saw the sessions, we were doing stuff that was to try to help them understand what it takes to be successful. And we just couldn't seem to find it. But here's where I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you, coach. Do what you believe in. Don't keep changing, trying to, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, see if this, da, da. This is why it's so important to have a game model. Stick to what you believe. Stick to what you believe. Stick to what you believe. It's going to turn around if you're doing the right things. You can't not plant and water and give the right sunlight to a plant seed and it not grow. It will grow. Okay. Now, also being said, you may need to grow as a coach too, so that you are more specific and your team understands more of what you want as a coach. Okay, so here is we're in the team in the red in this moment. We're either in white or red. And you're going to see us right here where we're starting to see little moments where what we've been training actually come into fruition. Okay, so they're starting to understand it. Here is that same kid right here that in the first little clip barely ran back because he was just like, we're going to get scored on, so why even run back? Okay, here he is. Look at the different player. Look at him already now. Bang. Boom. Turn. He's not even left-footed. He's right-footed. All right-footed. Okay. We worked on attacking patterns, how to build out of the back. They were starting to pick it up. Sometimes what your team can smell is they can smell if you don't believe. They can smell if you quit. Maybe, coach, have you quit? Have you quit on them? You show up to trainings, you do this stuff, but they know you're not there, so they're not there. Okay. Here we are defensively. We used to get scored on, like, losing like 7, 8, 9, 10-0. Now we're starting to defend better. Look how much more organized we are. Everybody's fighting for each other. We're not giving up simple goals. Then, as soon as we win the ball, we already have a plan of how we want to execute to get out or make a decision, keep the ball. Now, here's where you can see our attacking patterns are coming in. Our fullback is gone. Our fullback is right here in the blonde. He's already into the top line. Boom. Look at this. Look at this. We just didn't get to run through. He should have ran on the inside. So, if you're already able to watch your game film, can you see where your team has improved? Sometimes you need to do like this. I literally created this video so that I could show my team that we've improved because we hadn't officially won yet. But I wanted them to see the small wins so that they can continue to trust that we're going somewhere. This was one of our turnaround games. Maybe you've experienced a turnaround game as a coach where you have everything seems to be going wrong. You're doing the right things in training. You're asking for help. You're getting better as a coach. But then you have a moment like this. This is a moment where we tied a really good team 0-0. And that was like a huge win for me. The players felt so good because we actually had moments where we could have won this game. Boom. They start to see our combinations. Look at this. Bang. One more pass. That's what we were missing. Just a final pass, and we were in. How to transition. This stuff we were working on in training, they were doing it. This kid right here is a left-sided player that I showed you earlier that's challenging the ball. Look at him now. We just missed little details that would allow us to be able to be successful in the attacking half to score. Look how we transitioned defensively. Before we would get beat. Now look at us. So I want to encourage you, if you feel like your team is not getting what you want, ask yourself, what do I need to give them? Where are we winning in the small things? Look at this moments. Look at that. Look at this. Look at them recognizing the moments. They were doing it. We didn't score. We didn't win, but we were winning. And so if you want to ask yourself, okay, coach, I hear you, Anthony. I've been struggling. How do I get my team? Okay, you need to ask the question, what do I want? Okay, then reverse engineer the process. Winning is easy. Having a winning culture is a harder thing you need to focus on. Top organizations don't talk about winning. That's the norm. That's the expectation. Real Madrid, they expect to win. It's the norm. Now you go look at let's just say a Norwich City in the Premier League 2, in the Championship. They're not expecting to win every game. They're expecting to be competitive. Real Madrid, top organizations, they think like that. We expect to win. You have to get in your team's mind. We expect to win by doing X, Y, and Z. What's your process? Is your training session low energy? And then maybe that because your training session is low energy, it replicates on a Saturday or a Sunday. Are your ideas clear so that when your players get the ball, they know exactly what to do? They already have a solution in their mind. And if they don't have the solution, there's no solution, then they can be creative. And then also ask yourself, as a coach, do I actually believe in what I'm doing? Your kids can tell when you don't believe. Your kids can tell. There's a different confidence you walk with as a coach when you actually believe in what your sessions. You believe in your ideas. Like, do you believe in what you're doing? I'm going to tell you this. I had to sit down with a mentor during this season, and he asked me, "What do you believe? Where's your game model?" And he looked at my sessions, and he said, "Anthony, your sessions are too general. They're not specific. So you're getting general. You're taking. It's almost like we want possession. Possession to do what? Uh, to get the ball forward. So we want to build out. Build out why? Because we want to arrive with the ball at the box. How do you do it? Well, see, the more specific you are, The more clear you are, the more you're clear you're going to be in your coaching. And the more clear you are in your coaching, you're going to feel a confidence and you're going to go, hey, I want this instead of that. I want this instead of that. I'd rather us play the ball longer in this moment and skip the press instead of, and then win this first and second ball, and then create like an artificial transition and be going to their goal. Oh, and then you can execute it and you can actually put practices. So, side note, I love this stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. So, these moments right here, these balls in behind, toughness in training. So, what we'll do in training is I'll let a player do this in training right here. Bang, knock a player over. And if he falls, I tell him, get up. I say, oh, it's a little rude. No, I'm training mentality, mentality, way of thinking. Because when your players start to think like that, then when they go into the game on the weekend, it's a normal thing. Okay, so cross into the box. Okay, here we are as a white team. I want you to see some of our movements because you're going to start to recognize, oh, I've seen it before. That's right, you've seen it before. Now our players are able to execute it. Here it comes. They know what to do. Bang, boom, boom, runner in behind. Boom, run through the half lane. The timing was off. He was offside, but you could see what he was looking for. Telling you, as a coach, can you see small wins? Here it is again. See if you can recognize our pattern because you've probably seen it before. Toughness, tough moments, being strong with your body, not getting pushed off. Boom. See if you can recognize the moment. Boom. Rest defense taken care of. Now we can attack again. Boom. We play inside to go outside, outside to go inside. If you watch some of our other videos, you know what that is. Okay. So these are important things important things to recognize is, look, you're going to see this moment. Run through the half lane. Watch some more other videos, you know what that is. Combination. Bang. Boom. Ball across. We work on that in training. Now, that's the last part I want to show you. This is why it's so important when your players are clear with your ideas, then you'll start to see it happen in the game. Then you can show it to them. Okay, so here we are with a team in white, and I want to show you a defensive moment. Okay, let's watch. Watch the team in white. Playing with physicality, one of my beliefs. Boom, ball gets crossed. Bad cross. Watch how everybody moves. Look how quickly they move as a unit to get organized, to close the space. This is where you can start to see as a coach, is what we're training actually getting into the mindset of the player. Here we go. Here's our left fullback so you can have context. Left fullback is here. Our center mid is here. Look how quickly they rotate over. How did that happen? We worked on it in training. This is one of our best games, and we still lost 1-0. Because I want to show you this moment that comes next. We just didn't score. So then you're able to go to the players. Hey guys, what we're doing works. Look, play forward. If we play forward, bang, boom. Just a great save from the keeper. Here it is, getting tougher. You talk about physicality. Look at this. People winning the ball, fighting for the ball. Previously, from the first clip, you would have seen that. But now we have these moments. Look at the player off the ball. He saw the pass coming in. Just didn't score. Here's our defensive moment, and I want you to see this. Our low block defending, we worked on this in training specifically. See how we close the middle? We're in our 5-3-2 with two strikers so that we can catch them in this moment and get in transition. Bang. Look at our numbers. We're on the outside, so we have to go inside. I want you to see as a coach, because you will have your moment where your team eventually wins. Here's that same player that was start getting physical, using his size to his advantage. Now he ends up scoring our game-winning goal against one of our city rivals. Here it is. Watch how the players celebrate. You see, because as a coach, you have to remember. Let's talk about it. As a coach, you have to remember stick to the plan. If you feel like you're doing the right thing, stay with it. Secondly, remember that you are preparing them for success beyond just you. Sometimes you have a season where you are losing, but you are developing the team for the next person that's going to be able to take them on, and they'll take them and they'll be winning. And it'll be thanks to what you helped do. And then third thing, remember that when you win, it's not going to be on accident. You're going to know how to replicate it. The question is, a lot of people that win really can't tell you how they do it. They just tell you we score more. So winning isn't just we score more than an opponent, yes, but to consistently win, to have a winning mentality, you have to have a process. What's your process? What does your training session look like? What is your culture like? Winning teams have a certain culture, certain cultural vibes that you just know it's a winning place. Winning workplaces have a cultural vibe that you just go, oh, it's a winning place. So, what you're building with your team is special. Don't get frustrated when you don't feel like you're seeing success. Ask yourself, what are the small wins? If you feel like, well, coach, I'm losing my team right now, they don't even want to play for me anymore. Try to find some game and film if you have it. If you don't have it, start recording your games so that you can actually show them small wins of what from practice to the game, what they're actually able to do. The more you can show this generation of player what they're doing well, the more you'll start to see it happen more and more consistently on the field. All right. Hope this helps you. Had to be a little bit vulnerable, show areas where I personally, as a coach, felt like I was failing this group, but I hope it helped you. Continue to stay focused and continue to coach your team. All right. Have a good day.